All right, guys, so you want to know how is Destro looking after the buffs coming up at May 27th, which is in a couple days from now. We are looking good, but we're still going to be in the exact same place, and I'm going to tell you why. For starters, the meta build, this is the meta build already. The difference is I took one off of Devastation and put it on a Conflag of Chaos because of those 60% buffs. We're going to be wanting our conflags to crit every time now, and they are going to be relevant. I'm hearing people on the forums saying it's only a 4% net increase, DPS-wise. Doesn't matter. This is not Mythic Plus. We count damage that actually ends games. Is a conflag going to finish somebody off at 10%? That's the only question you should be asking yourself. Okay, I don't know how many games I've been to target, kited for 10 minutes, might not have been top DPS, but we win those games. As soon as they go a different target, they die in 2 seconds. So your top DPS meant nothing when you get globaled. Alright, so that's what it's all about. Alright, so for Destro, speaking of getting globaled, the reason why we get globaled is because we can't even use these drain life talents to the full effect. This is a problem, guys, because Blizzard balanced this spec in PvP around this talent, these two talent synergy nodes right here, and we cannot use them. We don't even have the buffed PvP talent version that Affliction has that allows you to stack up 9, 18, 27, 36 damage reduction. And not only that, Affliction has dots constantly chipping away at little shields and things like that that prevent us from getting clean drains. So it's already hard to get a clean drain off. Pair that with 2 melee on you, meta melee, and it is not going to be effective, guys, so we do not take it. Here at the bottom now, you're seeing me get cheeky here with this thing at the bottom, but you really want to put Oppressive Darkness in here. Run Quick Shadow or Quick Howl of Terror. They're great to get those melees off you a bit more frequently. I do this, though, because it's some next level shit. I pair it with this because it's an AoE splash. So what I do is I send this on the healer and the ranged DPS at the same time, and I coat them with a negative 50% speed. It's disgusting when I pull it off, but it's very risky. And then I do the same thing with double melee up my ass with this one. Because it actually is, it's a 50%, not 100%, but it's a 50%. So like Affliction, it still has its uses. Now let's talk about the hero talent trees, guys. We did just see 100% buff to Ruin Nation. What does that mean for us Destro Warlocks? Well, for starters, I've had my eye on Ruin Nation for a very long time, and this is going to be in the Diabolus tree. I said it needed a buff for a very long time. It finally got 100% buff, and that's exactly what it needed. But is it enough? We're not adding just the Diabolus buffs to Ruin Nation, but the entire playstyle of this tree. This tree makes us cast Immolate Hardcast. That's not a very easy task to triple dot Immolate to get your haste procs on triple targets when you have 2 melee on you, not letting you cast at all. You're going to have no soul shard regen, you're going to start getting smoked, and you're going to lose on counter pressure. So is it worth it, guys? I'm going to have to say no, it's not. Unless it slaps for like 300k. Because if it slaps for 300k and you've already got a bolt going, and then into a Ruin Nation and you can one-shot somebody, I'm cool with that. It may have its plays, and keep in mind that side will get better and better the higher our haste gets throughout the seasons. Season 1, it's usually not a very good pick, okay? Because our haste isn't even off the charts yet. So it's not a very good pick for Season 1. We're going to be sticking with Hellcaller. Hellcaller, again, you know, we get Malevolence. You know, we're getting buffed Chaos Bolt damage doubled during Malevolence up to 70%. That's the only reason our Chaos Bolts are ending people. So we absolutely need to play Hellcaller. Alright, so that'll lock it in for the hero talent trees. Nothing's changed over here, guys. It's just we're pigeonholed in the Conflagration of Chaos now. That's it. Nothing else really worth it. If our Chaos Bolts were hitting juicy all the time, I would say run Diabolic Embers, my Chaos Bolt machine gun build. It's the one that I use normally, but this is totally fine. Again, with PvP talents, guys, Impish Instincts, whether it's ranged or melee or mixed, you always want to lock it in. It's just too useful, unless you're literally up against double caster, triple caster even. Soul Rip, I'm getting a lot of value out of this, guys. You need to triple Soul Rip if you can, all right? But more importantly, you need to double Soul Rip those melee. They're not going to go collect their souls, guys. It's a big advantage, okay? They're going to keep trying to global you, and it's going to be reduced by 25% healing and damage done. It's very helpful, okay? And then Nether Ward versus mages, casters, period. You got to have it. Versus dev evokers, you need it. You got to have it. And a lot of times, if there's a DK or an enhancement shaman in the building, I'll still run Nether Ward because you ain't kicking me, ho. So I'll put that reflect up just to eat a kick and get my bolts off. So it's very important. Nether Ward has a lot of angles to it. All right. Aside from that, if you can fit it in, Fell Fisher is the way to go. If it's one melee and one ranged, and I'm not worried about nothing too crazy, Fell Fisher is the best way to go because it really allows you to end games. You might as well imagine a 25% buff to Chaos Bolt because it reduces the healing by that amount underneath them, and it puts a little slow on them. It's actually very annoying for the enemy team. So when you can get it, when you can use it, I would actually run it like this as my default setup, guys. This is the best end of game setup right here, okay? And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is staggering your cast. Like the burst intro I showed you, you have to stagger it because you get an 8% buff on crit and haste. And the problem is, if you don't stagger it before you soul fire, you don't actually get the crit buff when it lands, and 9 out of 10 times it won't crit, and you want that soul fire to crit. Okay, so you're gonna have to stagger your cast a couple times to get that full maximum full speed combo, if you will. All right, so we'll leave it at that. Aside from that, nothing too much else to talk about, guys. Everything else is staying the same. Again, the new conflag buffs we got coming in is nice. We did get a 30% incinerate buff, but I'm not seeing too many synergy nodes. Okay, and if there are, we've already taken them. So I'm not seeing any synergy nodes for incinerate aside from fire and brimstone, but that means nothing in PvP. Okay, so we're looking good. This is fully set up. If you want to run Destro and own, this is the setup. Post May 27th, before and after. All right, so I got you guys taken care of. We're in a pretty good spot. Just have to stagger my cast right there. By the way, this is how you want to burst. You want to stagger your cast. Look how many bolts I just got off. So many doubles. That was like maybe 10 Chaos Bolts in a row. Take note of me staggering that cast. I did that because of the Embers of Nihilum.